Hello all, Overmapping Magisteria here. You may remember a little while ago that before I was going to do a live, or I and Pseudonymous were going to do a live busking act called Clarke's Law in action. I did a preview of Clarke's Law as a video where I did a trick with a light bulb, basically made it appear and disappear. Not that video got much views, but I was going to do it again, and this time show you that you can't truly get something for nothing. So what I have here is a light bulb, and I just simply wave my hand over it, and lo and behold, it starts emitting of its own accord. And I shut it off, and it stops emitting. Now, as you can see, there is no hidden switch on this thing. So the question is, if this is a light bulb, and I made it turn on and off by itself, where did I get the energy from for this, and how did I do it? Well, as usual, magic is nothing more than science unexplained, as Clarke's Law would put it. Any sufficiently advanced technology is indistinguishable from magic. And in this case, it quite literally is a case of unexplained technology. The switch, as the case so stands, is weirdly enough this small dime here. And the reason why is because there's a battery inside tied to an LED inside this light bulb. So all I have to do is literally apply the switch to the coin to complete a circuit. And the moment I do so, now, why is it that the moment I try to actually reveal the mechanism, it doesn't work? Let's try that again. Come on. Ah, we got a little bit of a thing there. Well, now you see the point. I put the dime there, and when the two circuits are cut, when the circuit is completed by the two sides of the dime, the battery emits electrons and the light goes on. That's the thing about magic tricks, though, is that we take a magical view when it comes to science, and we literally end up thinking, oh, well, we'll always find a new resource, or there's always infinite energy. But the problem is, though, is that most of our viewpoints on, on science being this magical thing that can be, as a miracle fix-all, is that there will always be some resource or something that we have not yet to tap in our given area. And we end up thinking along the lines of perpetual motion, whether we tend to believe that we are in consciously thinking it or not. So subconsciously we kind of do this, and this actually ties into a whole slew of other arguments about things like resource drain and non-renewable resources, issues pertaining to space travel. Whether or not we can gain more energy and resources from the rest of the solar system. There's always this and then there's the idea, the people who believe that recycling will save everything. Well, the problem is, though, is that second law of thermodynamics eventually kicks in, preventing perpetual motion. You eventually put more and more energy in to get back less and less material as you're refining the recycling process. So, where are you going to get the energy from in order to be able to conduct processes, in some cases, that are environmentally friendly? This is where one might argue, well, renewable resources, as long as they're there, are an effective source. The whole point of this exercise for this video, though, was to demonstrate the idea that you can't get something for nothing. There is no way to, as Physics Girl once put in her video on perpetual motions, which I'll link to in the description below, if you see a reaction or a physical phenomena happening, keep looking until you find the energy source. And it may be hidden in the most unexpected of places, but there it is for you. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Oh, I also wanted to explain this t-shirt that I've been wearing in the last few videos I've been doing with face reveals. The shirt reads, I choose math. It's the choose function. Number of combinations available for a given set out of a given number of, basically it's combinations of possible arrangements of a possible given set of numbers out of a larger set of numbers. And this is where order is not important. And the reason why I'm mentioning this is that this was the t-shirt that I got for attending the Canadian Undergraduate Math Conference back in 2016. The video, the presentation I did there called Does Mathematics Exist? Is linked in my previous videos, and I'll link that in the description below as well for those who want to take a look at it. Anyway, I think that was everything I wanted to cover this video. There are going to be some updates. I'm working on a new project which should provide some food for thought at the very least. And yeah, I think that's everything. So see y'all in the next video, whenever that is. Peace out.